Scuffed cast. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun.
My thumbs flop a lot on mine when I'm doing
That's a quote right there.
Sorry.
Hey guys, my thumbs, they flop. All right.
Oh, okay. But when I'm hitting quick chats, I'll always try to. I'm really spazzy, and so my brain doesn't slow down enough once I hit the wrong quick chat. My brain doesn't slow down once I hit the wrong quick chat. So then I start repeatedly hitting the wrong quick chat. So like I'll want to save someone accidentally, and when I try to say sorry, I've already hit something too fast. So I go, "What a save, no problem." Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! And then when it slows down, I'm just like, sorry.
Just to recap.
No,
sorry,
I don't.
Widow.
But I can't slow my hands down.
With floppy thumbs.
Welcome to the second official episode of the Scuffed Cast, hosted by myself, Neato, and also Widow.
Hey guys, we're also joined by our fellow SSG members, Trihouse,
Hello there.
Sir Classy,
Yo, what's up?
and Veeds.
Hello.
And guys, right now we are moments, like literal moments away from Rocket League going free to play, which is potentially the most important turning point for Rocket League and the gaming community because it could potentially explode the player base like it did for Fortnite, Call of Duty, and all of those. And it is so exciting and it is happening today. So let's start with the initial update that we had a week to play on before the launch and what we'd like to hear from it. Veeds, do you want to talk about the tournaments?
For me, the tournament update was like the most. I was looking forward to the most out of everything that was announced because I think Classy will probably be in the same boat that once you get to like GC, there isn't much to actually sort of keep you wanting to play. So having these tournaments to sort of play outside of ranked and kind of grind to sort of I guess with the new ranks. People that are at the very top might use these tournaments as a way to sort of make a name for themselves. But I thought the new UI for the tournaments and the way that it's all laid out in front of you, it's super easy to join and actually quite competitive because if you do like regular private tournaments as we all have before, you don't really want to be setting limitations on who can join. But then you don't want people getting absolutely destroyed by someone that's like top 100 or something that happens to join.
Right. So you can solo queue, correct?
Yeah, you can solo queue it. Because it's rank based, solo queuing it isn't an issue, but obviously solo queuing, as we all know in ranked and everything else, can be a bit of a nightmare at times. But so you've got to... It's bad enough, like obviously having one ranked game with like solo queuing, but then you've got to go through a full tournament solo queuing with the same team. I believe it's the same team. I don't know. It should be. It should put you with the same players for the full duration.
It automatically parties you up after first round.
Yeah, and there was like I don't know if you guys saw it in the regular tournaments. I don't know if it's just the scheduled like ranked ones or if it's.
For the scheduled ranked tournaments, you're fine.
Sorry.
You said that you think it has a potential to maybe help somebody get recognized. Do you think it would, if you get to the highest point of the tournaments, do you think somebody could transition into like the field or something like that? I'm not sure. Again, I'm not 100% sure how the field works, but I know there's like divisions and you can sign up to play. So do you think people getting recognized from the tournament mode within the game could potentially transition into something like that?
Potentially. I mean, I would assume with the new ranks, if there's like players that are playing at a high standard, like Supersonic Legend or like the high GC ranks now, or after the season starts, like say you're Supersonic Legend and you're entering tournaments with others, or literally it's just going to be other Supersonic Legends going into the tournaments, I would assume. So, they're going to be like competitive tournaments.
You're also going to get titles for all of these tournaments, right? At the end of the season, you're going to get custom titles for them. And I think that's really awesome too. So even if you're not being recognized in things like the field or other things, you'll be recognized by people you're playing against. It's something that if you're a person who just has a season where you just don't want to grind ranked, you can still grind something separate. That's a little different.
Actually, I played a game where there was some dude who had season 1 champ tournament winner. So you get the title as soon as you finish the tournament and win the tournament. And
that's nuts.
Also, the freaking little champ logo is in the title. How sick is that?
Yeah,
there's like a little tiny picture.
Yeah, a little picture, yeah.
Also, you get tournament credits, and I heard you get a lot, like per round win. And that my friend, we were playing a private match last night, and he had this like globe goal explosion that had the most beautiful sound, and it had like a dial-up noise, and it was like, yeah, Digiglobe, yeah, that's it. And I was like, what the? And it was pink. I don't know, it was really nice. And
I got a pink one.
Yeah, he got a pink one. He was like, I'm assuming that's rare, and I was like, I've never seen that before. Sorry, I didn't watch a video.
Yeah, it's one of the tournament rewards. So you also get custom rewards for playing in these tournaments too. It's really, really its own just thing, and it's awesome.
Well, it's the rewards. Because obviously in the past, you either loved crates or you hated them, but the whole crate community was a big thing in Rocket League, and with them like being taken out of the game, they've kind of brought it back with the tournaments because you get the items through like crates in a sense, and there's 4 different ones that you can buy.
Oh, the drops, right?
Well, no, there's drops too, but this is tournament cups that you can buy with the tournament credits.
Okay.
But they act the same way as drops, but they're tournament exclusive items.
Weren't there some like crate item? Weren't they called drops? Didn't they like tease that in the?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that's going to be separate of.
Okay, so it's separated. Okay. That's what I was just confused.
You
I
would
didn't know
get
if it was
those for leveling up or getting experience and stuff.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. So instead of the blueprints?
Yes.
All right.
Or I think in conjunction with the blueprints. I'm not sure. But
it's kind of tough
basically
when they call them drops. It makes it confusing because they already called drops on Twitch drops, and but they added the new quick chats, which everyone has been so wonderfully spamming in games. So many. It honestly, I knew it. Faking adds like a lightheartedness to quick chats. When people spam faking now, it's like there's no way it can be toxic if you're using it like. I mean, I guess you can use faking towards somebody else who whiffs, and if they catch it,
that's still not as bad as what a save though. Like what a save was the. Like, obviously, if you say what a save after somebody misses a save, toxic. If you say faking after, it's like I know that was a whiff, but it's kind of funny.
Right.
I've been playing with some of my friends, and they like just in casuals, and it's embarrassing. They keep spamming it, and I'm like, no, guys, don't be doing this to me.
I had a bad experience with the quick chats. Not gonna lie.
You what?
I changed all of my quick chats as soon as the update went live. Well, not like all the.
That's a mistake.
I just added
your muscle memory.
all the new ones, and I kept accidentally clicking them when I meant to like write something else. And it's muscle memory. All right,
dude. Accidental toxicity happens. I accidentally like hit the wrong things. Like I'll say thanks and stuff after stuff when I'm not supposed to. I'm like, oh, that sounded really bad.
They whiff, thanks.
Yeah, right. Like, or just like no problem.
Oh my gosh.
I like no problem. Somebody once was like, I did not mean to do that.
My thumbs flop a lot on mine when I'm doing
That's
my.
A quote right there.
Sorry.
Hey guys, my thumbs, they flop. All right.
Okay. But when I'm hitting quick chats, I'll always try to. I'm really spazzy, and so my brain doesn't slow down enough once I hit the wrong quick chat. My brain doesn't slow down once I hit the wrong quick chat. So then I start repeatedly hitting the wrong quick chat. So like I'll want to save someone accidentally, and when I try to say sorry, I've already hit something too fast. So I go, "What a save, no problem." Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! And then when it slows down, I'm just like, sorry.
Just to recap.
No,
I'm sorry,
I don't.
Guido.
But I can't slow my hands down.
With floppy thumbs.
I think that's a plagues all us Rocket League players. We're all gonna have such messed up hands when we're older. I feel like
I already
it's
have
just,
carpal tunnel syndrome from Rocket League, I'm pretty sure.
it's one of those things where the game
Do you
is
guys
so
play with Rumble on?
involved. No.
What? Mine has never
I
worked. The
play
Rumble
Rumble.
feature has never worked.
No. Like your controller vibration.
Yeah, because that's even worse.
No. Fun fact, I played with it for the first year, though, until I switched to PC, and Ranny came up to help me build my PC, and he was, like, testing the controls, and he was like, have you been playing with controller shake on this whole time? And I was like, I just thought that was part of the game.
It's like
Just
camera
like
shake in
okay.
your hands.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like one of those things where they advise you to turn it off because it can be distracting. I'm pretty sure I had it on for a substantial amount of time, too, and I was like, I need to feel my boost, you know? And then eventually I turned it off.
When I first turned it off, I was like, this does not feel right. What?
But then it was fine.
You know,
Like, it was
just for like full immersion, I wish Rocket League would add like a full desk shake, just so that I can really
Oh my God.
get into it.
Have you seen them
Desk shake.
racing like?
I'm sorry.
Like, them gaming chairs that people set up, and it's like they use them for racing games, but they're like lean back and like shake and all. Like if they had them for Rocket League, when you're flying up, you just lean back like you're in a roller coaster.
Freestyling
Psionics,
and
I will not be happy until when a flip reset hits, my entire room flips upside down.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God. That would be
You
the
know-
most disorienting.
One of my very successful tweets was the controller vibration would be sick to have. The only time I would want it is if you get a flip reset. Your controller vibrates just a bit to let you know that you got the reset.
It is frustrating when you
Because-
don't know.
The DeLorean is
Especially
the
like
only
there's
car that will
sometimes
tell
like
you.
I am the DeLorean, right?
Yeah.
The DeLorean's the only car that has a visual cue when you get a flip reset.
Wait, what?
Every other car.
The wheels
Yeah, the
will
DeLorean's wheels reset.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. The more you know.
That makes
So-
sense though, because they turn inwards when you fly, don't they?
Right, exactly. So when they hit a
And-
surface, they go straight, and then that'll tell you that you have a flip reset.
My mind's
And-
blown.
So I'd love a little like vibrate, because there's sometimes I wasn't included on the high level GC talk that Veeds and Classy were talking about earlier, but there's times where I go for a reset and I'm like, oh, this is the clip, I'm finally hitting it, and then it's like it doesn't happen, and I'm
Have you
like,
seen Sir
just
Classy's
flop
flip
to the
reset
ground.
tutorial? Multiple reset tutorial?
I have not seen the multiple.
Shameless plug right there, guys. All right, make sure
There
to
you
go
go.
smash that.
Oh yeah, freaking click the bell, subscribe. Actually, I'll know I'm a sweaty tryhard when I watch that video in slow mo.
Don't
You
worry.
know,
about
Did
it.
you actually?
I got a lot of lower level tutorials for you as well.
No.
I think there's a how to wave dash. I gotta make a how to jump.
How did you?
God, you guys. I mean, you Classy specifically.
It wouldn't be a podcast by the Scuffed crew if there wasn't one roast by me on Trihouse.
on Trihouse. Yeah, it just has to happen.
Do the how to jump
1v1 me
tutorial.
build battle buses only. Let's go.
Oh, dude.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and actually force you to be positive and stay positive right now, Classy, and I'm gonna transition into this new UI because it's the biggest change in Rocket League so far visually. When you go into the game, the entire menu has different buttons and it's organized differently. Bigger screenshots that represent each mode and stuff like that, and you can navigate. So what is one thing you like about the new main menu, Classy?
Well, I'm
If
gonna put a little
anything.
spin on it, all right, by saying the one thing that I do like that they about what they have changed is that they're gonna have to change it more, which they are doing. But no, I'm just messing. I think the main menu definitely needed a change. It's been the same for 5 years, right?
Right.
And it does look pretty clean. I like the new tiles. I like the new cards or whatever. And they are changing some stuff today, which we were talking about earlier. I would like to see more changes, though. I'm not going to lie.
That's okay. I mean, that's a good start. Just acknowledging the fact that they did change something when they've been so stubborn to change anything for so long. So, yeah, I can totally see that. I think that they're going in the right direction, like you said. But we pointed out that's still unfinished. You know, you go into options and it's the old like menu layout, and so
Exactly,
we're hoping that they complete it. Is what you're saying? You want it to feel like it's like a holistic thing and it's all together. Because when I navigate through the menus, sometimes it feels like I'm going to a different game.
I think the biggest complaint that most people had was that there wasn't a quick play solution. And I just want to tell those people, like, obviously they're going to fix that. There's no need to like totally lose your mind over the fact that
they heard us loud and clear.
They're testing it out. And it's going to get good. And it's getting better. And I like it. But I
have
need some more
question
changes.
for you. Do you guys think that a new player is going to notice if you press options and then that window pops up, like the old options window? Do you think a new player is going to be like, what the heck? Do you think they're going to notice it?
No, not at all. I think it'll be an afterthought.
Immediate uninstall, I think.
They're like, oh, we can tell this is a free-to-play game.
Well,
out.
It's funny you say that. Like, obviously, like I like the menu as well. I just wish that it was seemingly complete. But somebody said that to me the other day. Like, Rocket League before, the menu was fine. Realistically, the menu didn't. There was nothing wrong with it. It was just we'd been looking at it for 5 years.
Right.
So it was time for a change. But somebody that I was talking to the other day was saying, like, with the new menu, with like the play screen being different, the main menu being different, like the options and the old, like the other settings menus being different and or whatever. Like, there's 3 different types, and he kind of hit the nail on the head, and he said to new players, it might actually feel like a free-to-play game, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel like, you know, like when you get a free-to-play game that's just released and it's like not like a AAA title, it's not like polished, if that makes sense. And he kind of hit the nail on the head with that sort of statement. But I do think I'm with Classy. I do feel like they're definitely going in the right direction. I just feel like maybe they didn't have enough people test it and see, like, give their opinions early on or something. I don't know.
In fairness, it is also that I have to look back, or like I have to look on when I notice, some of the things that were like, well, you obviously missed this and why is this happening? There are a lot of updates happening all at once, happening over the span of, like a week or two. Like there's so much happening, and there's so much on the back end that they're working on too. I really hope that a lot of their focus has been on servers, especially for tomorrow. And I know that there's a lot going on with this. And so I try to think that, hey, this is still a learning experience. Hey, this is still something that they are wanting feedback for, and that, again, that, maybe it could have been worded a tad bit better, going, hey, community, we know that there are going to be a lot of issues with this. Report them to us, And it could have been taken a little bit different, but they've done a lot, and these are a lot of updates and a lot of positive changes that I'm super excited about.
Right. I think that's, as long as they prioritize the health of the game, it will continue to retain the people that played it. Because honestly, like, I'm pretty sure the majority of us are going to get over a few cosmetic changes. I'm navigating through the menus pretty quickly now. There's a few times where I get tripped up and I make a little bit of joke about it. I'm like, getting lost in the menu jungle, but like, it's not too bad. Like, I've gotten used to it pretty much like just one whole day playing. But yeah, I totally agree. I think that people don't realize, like, Psyonix is one entity, and then there's the Rocket League team in Psyonix, and then in the Rocket League team there's so many little different factions. There's only so many people dedicated to a certain thing. I'm hoping that with the with the partnership with Epic, it expands that. Like we've talked about how they are seemingly hiring on social media. You can see those posts. So they're expanding the team, and hopefully with more people and more positive feedback. Psychologically, if you ask somebody to help you, or that you need a favor from them, like they are more likely to help you than if you tell them to do something, or So if they were to ask us for our help and figuring out the next update and blah blah blah, it would probably just make the whole player base feel better about those updates. But yeah, I think they're going in the right direction. It's just going to take a little bit. It's like it's chugging along like a train. It just takes a little bit of time for it to get up to speed and get to the true destination. Like Classy was saying, like they started the changes, but they're not quite done yet.
On the bright side, right? You can think of it as like a little mini game before you start the actual game. Like, I'm just saying.
True. I mean, it's true. They're going to be. Hopefully, they're going to be expanding Rocket League to its nth point, where we have the creative mode, we have the esports at tier 1. Everything is well rounded. Like that's the hope. So yeah, there definitely has to be a starting point. There has to be somewhere that we jump off from. Speaking of just clean UIs and designs, I wanted to take a quick moment to remind people listening that our creator collection just went live on shopspacestation.com. Every Scuffed crew member has their own piece of merch you can collect to support your favorite creator. So please check it out if you can.
Spend your money.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can collect them all,
money.
Give us your money, people.
Yubbity-dubbity-doo.
That's so funny. But
I just got a new puppy. All proceeds will go to buying new puppy snacks.
There you go. That's some incentive right there.
Trihouse, I will end you.
Trihouse is a puppy hater, and he's being exposed right here on the cast.
I need that quoted on record. Trihouse is a puppy hater.
He can't
cute.
look at
They're
them
too
like
cute.
It's so cute, it's disgusting. Is what
They're too cute. It's disgusting.
There we go.
No, you're a puppy hater.
That's the true reason. He's trying to mask it. So Psyonix has been hearing us out this past week, kind of like we were saying, and they just released some patch notes right before we started recording, and I was gonna ask our homie Trihouse. Yeah, I was going to ask Trihouse to read it. So this is the patch notes before free-to-play. We spent a week with this new update, and these are the changes that came from it. So go ahead, Tri, if you want to pull up the patch notes.
They're pretty small changes that they made, but the play menu will now close automatically after searching when away from the main menu. The main thing being like, all right, you left the match, you're in free-to-play. If you go to queue a match before this patch note, you had to then proceed to back out the entire maze of the menu. So you can get back to free to play. Now, as soon as you queue the match, it automatically exits the menu so you can go back to what you were doing.
Right.
The play menu will now correctly remember the last chosen playlist between sessions, so you don't have to re-navigate through the whole thing. You can just press X 3 times and it automatically queues. Apparently it fixed a bug causing team color adjustments to change. So I don't know that. This was one that
was talking about that.
Wait, I hope that they worded it weird, but we talked about a very weird bug that people might have noticed that is being worked on, is that there were situations to where I was playing in a 2v2 and I was playing with somebody and the other teammate the opponent came to hit the ball and their username changed to my teammate's name.
It just sounds so wacky.
Yeah. So I'm playing with Sorceress, and then suddenly, some guy starting with a V comes and hits the ball, and his name changes to Sorceress, and I'm just sitting there like, what Twilight Zone have I fallen into?
It was all Sorceress? It always has.
It always was. Suspicious. Sarvinning.
Which actually, I'm reading this again, and I don't even know if that's what they're meaning, because they said they fixed a bug causing team color adjustments to change which preset is being customized.
Oh, it's
so
the
that sounds like
garage
it's a garage thing.
It was a garage bug.
I didn't even notice that bug, so that's cool.
If you were in your presets and you were trying to preview either blue or orange, and you were just on a different preset, you would go to a new preset, and select it. And then you tried to switch.
I thought that was Bacchus mod being buggy.
Oh, I did have that as well, actually.
Yeah. So then you would try and switch, and it would go to your old preset that you were just on. But it didn't change your car. It was just a visual bug. But they fixed it, I guess. Great.
Cool. And then, so I had a few viewers talk about this, but they fixed Steam input support for controllers with the DualShock 4 and the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. So apparently, if you used Steam, like I think Big Picture mode, or it just stopped working whenever the update came out.
Yeah, that would have been bad for some people.
Yes, which I never used it, so whatever.
Right.
But there's some people who did. They fixed the glowing wall cage effect in Manfield and Farmstead. No idea what that means.
I feel like I saw something with that, actually.
Wait, they didn't add that on purpose? It was what happens on, I think it's Neo Tokyo, the old one, where like if the ball goes, or the Rocket Labs, where the ball goes near the wall and it lights up the wall. Was that not supposed to be happening? Because
did they do that anyway? I thought it did that anyway.
Really? Maybe I just noticed it.
It was doing that on RLCS. I noticed it. I actually thought I was thinking about that at the weekend when I was watching RLCS.
Maybe they did add that and it's still added in, and I'm like, read that again, Trihouse, because I just
glowing wall cage effect fixed in Manfield Farmstead.
I think what was happening was it was showing it like, you know how like when the ball's near the wall, you can see the cage in like a light greyish colour depending on which side of the field it is as well.
Yeah, so.
Whether it's orange or blue side, I think it has like a slight tone of that colour as well.
All right,
I think on Manfield it was like shadowed out or something. I think there was like a weird like shadowy effect.
Weird.
How do these things pop up, man?
Yeah.
We only got a couple more. We fixed a bug preventing successful friend invites to Nintendo Switch accounts on the recent players list.
Yes.
Which.
Yeah, Switch was like screwed.
Well, yes. Okay, and then we're gonna hold off. The final thing was NBA flags now appear correctly when customizing car, which was not a bug I experienced.
Now I can rep the Celtics.
Yes, the flags. The flags.
Wait, you should have noticed that, Try.
Freaking flags.
Wait, I do not. Are you saying because
you're a hoops
low-ranked
man.
players use flags?
Did you play
No,
hoops?
you're a hoops man.
Oh yeah, but I
Wow, you're a fraud.
Fake.
You're
fair
a fraud,
weather
Try.
gamer? I don't know what I would call that.
Yeah, fair weather gamer. So I'm a little nervous, guys, about they didn't say anything about the Epic Friends List bug, where if you have a massive friends list, it like causes a lot of like frame dropping, and
We'll still have some patches.
It's still a known issue. I'm pretty sure they still have it as listed as a known issue. So that I'm assuming they're working on it, and it's something dumb.
Because hopefully people tomorrow, because there's people who have massive friends lists already on that. I mean, the people who are gonna have big epic friends lists are the people who are getting it tomorrow.
The Fortnite players.
I mean, one of the problems might have been the number of friend requests being sent out and everything all at once, because it was like a great transit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I had like
Also-
450 friends lists invites go out.
Yeah, good flex.
Yeah.
Also, though, that might not be as easy of a fix or something that they're not being quoted on, because that might be on the Epic end.
Could be.
That just from like the Epic launcher and the Epic friends list, that is something new to Rocket League. So that could potentially be more on the Epic issue of transferring to a new game that's merging with new lists, because suddenly we have all consoles, all Steam, Epic's friends all in one area. So that might be a little bit more on the Epic side.
Makes sense.
Hopefully. We'll see.
We shall see. With
I need to be
patch-
able to play on my main account, and I can't right now. And
Can't you just delete?
I could. I would know. There's not an easy way to delete a couple hundred people. I mean, I could
No, there's no
manually go
easy
through.
way.
I
Oh,
could
you gotta do
manually
it
go
one by
through and
one?
delete a couple hundred people from my Epic friends list.
Damn.
A couple pro players were tweeting this morning about it, going they deleted everyone off their Epic friends list and their game is running perfectly now.
Yeah,
Because it came up. it came up when you started the game, didn't it? Asking you if you wanted to add all of your Steam friends on Epic friends or something.
And it seemed like the most logical thing.
And I didn't want to because everyone that I play with's on Steam. So
yeah, I clicked the wrong button and I made a whole new Epic account, and so it says my name is Ancient Sheep.
Ancient Sheep. Hey, that's pretty cool.
Ancient Sheep.
Rebrand incoming.
I said it. I was like, you know what?
Low key. That's for like a random name generator. That's a pretty good one.
I like it.
That's they're like low key. Somebody's gonna take that as a streamer name.
Apparently, I have to sign into my Ancient Sheep account, which doesn't really exist. I have to like make it through the email I got somewhere, and then unlink my Steam, and then link my original Epic account. It just wasn't working day one, and I was very impatient, so I clicked the create instead of like troubleshoot at all.
Yeah, I mean, you were like, I'll fix it later. I want to be able to play my favorite video game.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, I can go into settings and unlink it. Cool. And then I clicked the button for unlinking my account, and it's like, go to this website. And I'm like, oh, it's not easy? Okay. So yeah, I hope that they make that easier. I wonder if that's just to prevent people switching their Epic account all the time and,
probably
doing something weird with that. But yeah.
They always have to think about people trying to farm in-game items and currency. They did a really, speaking of, this is backtracking a bit, but speaking of the tournament thing, they did add a section. So if you, on your main menu, it tells you for those ranked tournaments, what time zone. So like when you look at those ranked tournaments, it's always your time zone.
And that's great.
You can switch your region in your settings, but if you switch your region, you can only play in a tournament. You can only play in that region's tournament every 24 hours. So it's like, if you switch your region, you can't play for 24 hours. That way you can't go back and forth between the time regions and just farm.
Everyone's credits, you can't like win the EU and win NA and then win South America.
Mine was locked to NA and I was really confused about it. And I'm guessing it's just my region in the settings is for some reason set to NA.
Yeah, 100%. It's the very first tab on your Rocket League settings now. It's the last option at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll have to change that.
So they're trying to curb some of that item/account farming stuff. Even though the items from the tournament the tournament cups aren't tradable. I don't know if that's just a free to play thing, but as of right now, those items, they're not tradable. I don't quite understand why, but
exclusivity incentive to play tournaments and. There's incentive to play tournaments regardless. I think the individual ranks within the tournaments is a really good incentive for people that consistently play with a team and want to, have earn something that's worth something. So I guess I kind of get them making them exclusive. But speaking of items, we just got an announcement that they're adding Fortnite items to Rocket League with an event called Llama Rama, and they're including the Battle Bus.
Baby bus.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of hyped for it, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah?
God. Could you imagine if all the pros start using the freaking Battle Bus?
Oh, just watch Flakes be the first.
Oh, he's about to jump in.
Do you know, there's one thing, though, that I'm really concerned about with it, which it shouldn't be an issue, but if it's anything like other DLC cars that have had like no customization options, I'm really concerned about the engine noise being like some like stupid music or like like the flight, like like the air horn flying noise or whatever it is.
Oh, imagine going to demo somebody and it's just like
Oh my gosh, please.
That's
please.
Totally gonna
if
be
you
in
get that horn in the game.
It's totally gonna be in it. Oh my goodness.
I'm on record. I will be a Baby Bus main. I will hit Supersonic Legend. I will hit GC
are you
for
calling
the
it
first
the Baby
time.
Bus?
Yes, it's a Baby Bus. What do you mean?
It is really heckin' cute.
It is tiny. I want a full size one. Where's the full size?
To imagine a mutated
Xbox
full
6
Park
size
it in
Battle
front of the
field.
goal and you're good to
Whoever's
go.
driving it's just designated demo, or you just knock out the entire team in one turn.
I just
I'm
want
going
to be
to-
dedicated goalie. Just park it in front of the goal.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
When I get baby bus, I'm gonna fly around the top of the map like I am the bus in Fortnite, like dropping people off. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be floating at the top of the map the whole time.
But guys, you got to remember to thank your bus driver. If not, you're not going to
Yeah.
score your goal.
We were the bus drivers all along. Now the
my
Fortnite
gosh,
kids
this
have to
is-
thank us.
Imagine they added like a custom quick chat that you can only equip if you use the baby bus, which is thank your bus driver or something.
They need
Yeah.
to do that.
Oh
If they
my
don't
God.
do that,
that would
Classy,
be-
I want to see you tweeting about it.
Oh, please tweet it. Please tweet it. It has to happen.
If I rock the freaking baby bus.
So something about this though. We've had weeks of people talking about how the update is either going to really help or, really hurt, and all of this, whatever side you're on it. One of the coolest things that is a matter of fact about this is, because the Llama Rama events is to get, the Fortnite audience also over to Rocket League, that so many people are gonna, imagine all the Fortnite kids who love Fortnite who are getting told you can now drive the battle bus. They're
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
lose their mind. It's going to be the most exciting thing in the world. But somebody on Twitter tweeted something that's really cool and might, for like the first time in a year and a half, get me to install Fortnite. If we're getting the battle bus, do you think they're going to get like a Merc to drive around?
They might
They're
get
the same
different-
hitbox.
They might get different Rocket League vehicles in Fortnite. Because
In Fortnite, yeah.
Funnily enough, for some reason, Fortnite has come back into my life recently. I've gone on it recently, and it's changed.
It's okay, we forgive you.
so much. But there's
Right,
there's
it's
so
a
many
safe
different
space.
vehicles, like actually loads of vehicles, so they could replace them all with Fortnite vehicles. With Rocket
Dude, if
League
you could
vehicles.
drive a Dominus in Fortnite, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty freaking cool.
I have never played that game, and not because I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm not playing Fortnite. I didn't get into when it became a huge thing. I was never very good I'm not a shooter person, and you add a building and that doesn't help. So I was just like, I don't think I'll get into that game, and then it blew up or whatever, and it became huge. And I was like, maybe one day I'll try it. No, but then again, I don't really like. For some reason, I don't really like the art style of the game. I won't get too much into Fortnite and what my opinions on it or anything, but yeah, it's just interesting. I like the items that they're adding in Rocket League. I think they're really cute and colorful. I like the color scheme, and I really like. I'm not turned off by it. There's lots of people that just had an initial jerk reaction. The funniest ones that I saw that were like, "Yep, done with the game, uninstalling." It's like, you really can't just not equip those items. It's going to be an event. There's going to be some promotion for Fortnite for a little bit, and then it's going to be gone, and you can either use the items or
Honestly,
not.
Good riddance. Good riddance to those people.
No, for sure. I feel like those people, you have no real passion for Rocket League and what it is, because that game isn't changing. It's not really changing. If they can prioritize the health of the game, the servers to account for the potential explosion that the player base might have, then I don't see a problem with them promoting, other Epic games within Rocket League. That's just how marketing works. I think you said it earlier, Widow. Somebody said it.
Yeah, no, I worked in marketing for 6.5 years before I became a streamer, before I started doing this full time. And this isn't, there are a lot of people's fear that, oh my God, Fortnite is now Rocket League. They are two different games. They are two different games. When they did the Stranger Things event, I didn't suddenly think we were going to become a Netflix television show.
Yeah.
They're sponsored things. And this is a sponsor we didn't have to pay for. Epic is now the parent company. And I say this confidently, and I say this a lot to people who are always like, well, Epic ruined Fortnite. Epic also created Fortnite. Hands down, one of the biggest games of all time that brought gaming and esports and names like that into household homes, into Walmart, into bed sheets, into all of this stuff.
I only know
created
what
it.
Twitch is because of Fortnite. At the end of the day, I'm a streamer because Fortnite got to be so popular that I wanted to play it with my friends and have them watch. Like I'm a streamer because of a cringy game like Fortnite. Like
honestly, Fortnite killed itself. Fortnite, it was Epic made it so great that it got to the point that it was. I totally agree with Widow. Epic made it so it had one of the biggest world championships or whatever, and the prize pool was huge because of Epic. Fortnite is not. I'm probably gonna garner some negative attention, but it's not a good esport. It has too much RNG. They continue to add more RNG, like a lot of weird stuff that the community I saw actively complaining about, and making it more difficult for people to actually have skill-based wins, especially when you're at the top level and everybody is cracked. It's just the guy who gets the best gun. So
it isn't a very
whatever.
Good spectator.
So that's the thing.
Esport,
Rocket League is. It speaks for itself. And if Epic can do that with a game that's a bad esport, imagine what it can do for Rocket League.
Well, and that being said, Fortnite's at 186,000 viewers on Twitch right now, and Rocket League is at with some of the top Rocket League streamers on right now, by the way, because of the grid. Rocket League as a whole is at 22.9K, and we've got the grid running right now.
Do you know what I think that is, though?
Yeah.
I think it's because I was having a conversation about this the other day with someone, and I think it's because to me, there's certain games that people enjoy watching, and there's certain games that people enjoy playing. And obviously, a lot of people enjoy playing Fortnite. The player base for Fortnite is huge. It's insanely huge. But I think the issue with Rocket League, aside from maybe RLCS, is that people just enjoy playing the game. It's one of them games that I think people would naturally prefer to be playing.
On Twitch, the numbers seem pretty low for Rocket League, but if you take a look at YouTube, the numbers are actually incredibly high for Rocket League creators and whatnot. Like the video views, it's really bloomed in the past 2 years. So
Rocket League TikTok is out of this world.
Yo, yeet.
Rocket League TikTok, Rocket League Instagram, Rocket League YouTube. So again, I think it's because Twitch is more of a dominated community by games like Fortnite and things like that. I don't think, while people do love playing Rocket League, yes, 100%, I don't think it's that people don't enjoy just watching it either. I think Twitch has just been more saturated by the larger games for being watched, and people who are new to Twitch and things like that will flock to games that have the larger numbers, you know what I mean, or that they've heard of and stuff like that. And this is now Rocket League's opportunity to be the game that is more heard of and that is going to be all over the news. All of those people watching Fortnite are going to see Rocket League's name when the Rama Llama event comes up.
I just think that Rocket League has also not done a very good job of garnering its player base to watch the esports. They have the esports button that it'll pull up a tab that brings up a Chrome window of the Twitch, but it's so many people get frustrated. Your game immediately gets windowed, and you're like, what the heck? I thought I was going to be seeing some esports, and then they close the window and they don't actually get into it, right? It needs to be embedded in the game. I want to be able to watch the esports in the game, and I'm pretty sure that there are other games that do this. I think that Rocket League is such a great spectator sport, like Veeds mentioned. I think that it just needs to be more accessible. There are people, there are RLRS players that mention this, that I just wish I could see a player perspective. I want to be able to, because there are lots of pros that don't stream, but they have such great skill that you want to be able to spectate just them and see what they're doing as a spectator, just to know. So I think that if they added more accessibility to towards the esports, it can grow more within the game, within the game itself. Launching Rocket League and being able to see esports statistics and maybe even just history and being able to learn about, because it's so amazing and vast. People don't know the history from all the way from season 1 and how many pros are continuing to stay at the top from the beginning and how impressive that is. So it's one of those things where I think that Rocket League itself, Psyonix, Epic, they need to make it more accessible for people if they want to see it grow, because it has the potential to do it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where they take it from here. Because I feel like this first update was just the was just the seasoning, you know? Mm-hmm. Like they're just putting it out there, seeing how well it does with this free-to-play audience. And if the game blows up, you know Epic Games is going to throw money at the problem and be like, all right, listen, we want this, and this done. Because
it's
I think up until this point, up until tomorrow, Epic Games has just been getting Rocket League ready for...
Well, today, for listeners today, because this is moments before free-to-play Trihouse.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I broke the illusion.
Oh my God, it's okay.
I did earlier. No one noticed because I was like, tomorrow.
It's all right. It's all right. But speaking of that, what do you think Rocket League is going to look like later today when free-to-play launches Widow? What do you think the implications are coming for that?
I know we kind of touched on it when I was talking about like the in-game event happening in Fortnite and all of this stuff, but I am very passionate and very, very committed on the fact that this is going to be great for Rocket League. Yes, we're going to have server issues, just in before the server issues happen. It happens. It is inevitable with a game where you need a very quick response time. But it is just going to be awesome. We are going to have a whole new player base of people who are very active in gaming. They're going to be playing, they're going to be participating in events, they're going to be experiencing Rocket League for the very, very first time. A lot of these kids that are going to be coming in didn't start playing Rocket League when it first came out because they were much younger. They were 8 years old, and this wasn't, the best game for an 8-year-old at the time when there wasn't much explanation unless you were Scrub, yeah. Unless you were Scrub or things like that. But now there's videos out. There's YouTube tutorials. Right. There's all this stuff, that you guys post that tells them how to play, how to get involved with it. There's already the greatest thing about this going free to play and everything happening here is that there is already a community that will teach them how to play, how to get involved, what's going on. There's already people with millions of subs. There's already people with tens of thousands of subs or thousands of subs, a community on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. And I've said this before, and I will die on this hill. I know that we always talk about the toxicity in Rocket League, and it's always going to be there. But Rocket League is one of the most welcoming communities. Mm-hmm. On all fronts, like people who come in, there are people who will teach them how to play. There are people who will welcome them in as content creators. There are people who welcome them in as new players. There are people who welcome them in the trading communities. There are so many different avenues that are already well established that are about to blow up. I see so many good things happening from this. From a content creator standpoint, specifically, with everything, this is huge for content creators. For already established YouTubers, for upcoming YouTubers, for Twitch streamers, for streamers who stream on other platforms that, I won't condone.
Yeah.
and things like that. The viewership is going to blow up. The engagement is going to blow up. The people who are going to be coming to all of you people who have these amazing tutorials out there, they're going to be influxing. You're going to see views on your older content of people trying to learn how to play. Everything is awesome. From a financial standpoint, now that Epic is fully behind this and this is released and it's on the Epic launcher, it means we have more people and more funding to work on the servers and bugs and issues as they arise. More eyes watching so that things get fixed quicker, and things like that. From an esports side, you guys already saw what this new season of esports is and how awesome it's been for content and for players and for prize pools, and for regions. And and when COVID and all of that's over, it's going to be incredible to go to these LANs with so many new people who are going to get to experience their first LAN.
Oh man! Hopefully soon.
Yeah, like on so many points.
Don't talk about LAN.
I'm sorry. I miss them. I need them. I'm craving them. I'm having withdrawals. Yeah. I think that there are so many positive implications that are happening here that yes, there are negatives. Yes, we're going to have server problems. Yes, we're going to have this. And yes, we're always just going to have people who are angrily hiding behind a keyboard. But the pros here wildly outweigh the cons for new players, for old players, for content creators, streamers, for viewers, for esports, for all of it. And I am so excited, and I'm so sorry about my tangent. How does everyone else feel about free-to-play?
You pretty much hit the nail on the head. Like, that's the excitement that comes with being passionate about Rocket League. Like, once you kind of get into it and get a feel for what the game is. Like if it's the type of game for you, like you're I don't know about you guys, but you're stuck. Like it just grabs you like that. And there are people that, you know, they immediately play and they can't get past their own frustrations, so they quit. And it'll be very easy to like see just how it's hard not to love this game though, because it's just so simple. And if you get a solid group of people right off the bat to play with, it would be so easy for them to just run with it and never put the game down again. So I'm really excited for it to get into the hands of other people. What are you gonna do when Rocket League goes free to play, Veeds?
Actually, one thing that's really interested me is the challenges. I've been really looking for. For years I've been saying they need to add challenges to the. I know they've had the Rocket Pass challenges, but it doesn't really do anything.
They were like cosmetic stuff and like you score a couple goals in a game and blah blah blah. So I hope they do level those up. Yeah, like you're saying.
But yeah, I know they've got free challenges and Rocket Pass challenges, but I think they're doing weekly and season long challenges.
Oh yes.
So it like pretty much every multiplayer game I've ever played, I get hooked on completing challenges, unlocking like the sickest camos for a gun, or like unlocking different skins, or doing this or doing that. And it also gives you purpose to play. Like you're not just hopping on playing for kind of nothing just because you're bored. Like it gives you something to either grind for or just gives you a bit of incentive to want to actually get on and play, as well as just getting on to play for fun. But I think probably for about 3 years I've been saying, why doesn't Rocket League have like proper challenges like every other game? So I'm actually really excited for them. And it's a bit, probably isn't one of the bigger things that they bring in, but for me personally, I'm looking forward to seeing what.
And that's how you get drops too. I just remembered, it's the challenges. That's how you get the drops.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now,
guys, can I interject something really cool? Because we're literally talking about implications of like Rocket League going free to play and like mainstream and all of this.
Yes.
We just got our own like hashtag emojis on Twitter. RLCS and take your shot. If you do hashtag RLCS or hashtag take your shot, we now have like custom emojis that pop up.
None.
Like for the big events. Yeah. Take your shot.
Oh, cute. It's little Octane.
It's a little Octane. And RLCS has the X at the end.
Go on to the Rocket League. If you look at hashtag take your shot, there's a little
Octane that appears when someone does hashtag take your shot now. We have our official own hashtags officially that anyone anywhere can use. Guys, use hashtag RLCS and hashtag take your shot.
I see your tweet, Widow, but I don't see the thing. It just looks like the...
Oh, no. I'm going to post this screenshot in the Discord right now.
Wait, are you on mobile or on desktop?
I'm on mobile.
That could be.
But anyway, that's just like them stepping up their game on all fronts. When you have a customized hashtag like that, people see it. People will see the image and be like, what the heck is that? Why do they get a special hashtag?
Cute.
And click on it. Yeah. So
I'm so glad it's an Octane.
That's huge for Rocket League to have like a special hashtag right before and grab the eyes of people on Twitter, because if it goes if anyone sees it, they're like, what the heck is that? And they might be like, oh, this game's going free to play tomorrow. Let me try it out. Let me get some buddies together. Let's download this game on, the epic
It is now
content.
everyone's mission who listens to this podcast to get RLCS trending worldwide.
Right? That's so cool. That is so cool. But speaking of like communities and building communities like on Twitter and just seeing how that can easily expand, just getting eyes on Rocket League and stuff like that, I wanted to kind of quickly end the podcast just to give people advice if they're coming into the Rocket League community, or they have been for a while, but they're having trouble like integrating themselves. Like, I guess like everybody can go like their top 3 things that you'd recommend anybody to do to kind of get into the community. For me personally, what I did was obviously like I went and like looked up a bunch of streamers, and I sticked with the ones that I actually like. Like I found my people, you know, like the humor that I related to and stuff like that. So I hung out in streams. I went on Twitter and I followed like everybody who had RL on their name. Like I literally went and I just followed because I wanted to be involved with what was going on in the community, and I wanted to see what the heck was up. Obviously followed Rocket League main accounts and stuff like that, and I just started interacting with people like I would in any setting where you want to be recognized, and like any sort of club or stuff like that. And then I guess finally is this like I always just focus on the positives and try and uplift people around me, and I think that other people resonate with that, so it helped just create more friendships, you know. So what about you, Classy? What would you recommend for people coming into the Rocket League community to do, maybe on the YouTube side of things or whatever you're usually doing?
Make sure to go subscribe to Sir Clancy on the Guardian.
Oh my god! You do have some great YouTube
tutorials
content,
and,
so
the gameplay is pretty clean as well as top quality humor.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Oh, you troll!
Also Twitter, Twitch, and Couch. Thanks.
Oh my god.
All right, moving on. Veeds, how would you welcome people into the?
What is something?
Not by selling out like Classy did.
The opposite. Do not watch.
Do not subscribe to me.
Oh no!
Reverse psychology. I like it.
Nah, I just hope that everyone that's new actually gives, because I've played with people way back on PS4 where they'd give Rocket League a go, but they just never gave themselves time to get into it. And I feel like if people will give themselves enough time to get into Rocket League, it's like Neato said, it is going to grab them. That it's not going to let them go. Like you either just don't really like it because it's not your thing, or you get hooked. You love it. So I think if people give it time, even if their first impressions aren't quite, I don't know about this, I think it'll hook a lot of them. So I just hope people give it a bit of time and just enjoy it. Don't try not to get too caught up in all of the hype, because there's hype on our side, but there's also going to be hype on everyone else's, because there'll be people that have... a lot of people will know about Rocket League, they just won't have ever given it the time of day or thought to play it, so I hope they just enjoy it and let themselves get hooked.
I agree. Like, I just think it's one of those things where there's a learning curve to this game, and if people come in not realizing that, like, oh, a game where I hit ball into goal, I do that all the time. I'm a varsity soccer player. This is gonna be my shit. And then they get into the game and they can't move the car. They have no idea how to like drive or hit the ball or anything, and it can be humbling. And some people can't handle that. But I think, like you said, if they just take a hot second, they'll be able to grasp the game's concept and even just enjoy the esports for what it is. I think that's the huge thing too. Like, you can just like watching Rocket League. There's so many people that are like, I don't play anymore, but I always watch RLCS. Like, I hear that all the time.
I don't play. I played Call of Duty for years and years, and I don't really play it much anymore, but I still watch it. Like, it's just one of them things where it's like, when you grow, well, I suppose not really for me growing up with it, but for a lot of people out there, they grow up with a certain game, and even after they stop watching it, stop playing it, they still continue to keep up with the esports scene or their favorite content creators or whatever. So
yeah, a lot of my viewers actually, some of them are like, oh yeah, I've been playing Rainbow Six lately, but the Rainbow Six streamers aren't as cool as you, so I stay here.
I was like,
that's what they say.
Rocket League viewers being loyal.
Stop.
How many? Can we have a flex counter for Trihouse?
Oh,
There was
come on.
about 5 or 6
Sir Classy
I
destroys
have
my ego.
450 people on my friends list, and our 6 viewers want to
One
watch
of my
me
best
more.
tweets today.
One of my best tweets.
At least Sir Classy's
right, we get
upfront
it.
about it. Just sub to me.
Dang it. Oh man.
Nah. But honestly, this update coming up, we're just moments right before free to play. It is going to be a turning point for the community, for the game, for the esports, just in all facets, everywhere. But I think this is a really good place to end our podcast here and just finally get into this free to play. I'm sure by the time you guys are done listening, it'll be almost time for free to play to be live. So please remember to follow us on all of our socials. We're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, anchor.fm/SSG Scuffedcast. We'll have every single link on there. Plus, you can listen to us on Spotify, directly on the YouTube, and now we're available on Apple Music too. So thank you guys so much again for listening in this week, and we will be back next week with some more Rocket League news, gaming news, and everything we think you guys need to know. So thank you guys.
And we'll be baby bus mains.
And we'll be baby bus mains. Yes, you heard it here first. Thank you guys.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Don't forget to check out the merch.
Oh, true? Oh my god.
Don't forget to not sub to
plug.
Classic.
Oh, wait, what? Just call him out like that. Greater collection and everything.
I already have many subs, thank you.
Oh my god. What an ending, friendos. Thanks for making that as awkward as it possibly could be.